Don't wait up, where I'm at is where I be, and where I be is where I'm at. Don't worry about my whereabouts, cause I don't really care about the drama I aired out. Then come home and wear it out. My ring, I don't wear it out. That kind of shit be pissing her off.
Alright, so since we was already pre-discussing the little dating situation,
Yes.
I would like to know, what is it that women look for far as dating a man? Like, is there like a criteria to this?
I think it's different for every woman.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like a standard, like necessarily like goes to a 9 to 5, has a job, or job is definitely on there. Let me stop. but 9 to 5, but not like has to be like college educated or has to have this amount of money in his savings, has to have no kids. I think it's specific or individual, like listic. So it's a very subjective experience, the way dating is. So I would think that there's no criteria. You just have to be specific on what you want as a person. I don't want a nigga. I can say nigga.
You gotta be raw, cause especially with the stuff that I say, you gotta be raw.
I'm just
so
saying,
cool.
You don't want a nigga who's doing the beat down, and you don't want a nigga who's doing the R. Kelly vibe. So you gotta write down what you want. Like,
actually, we don't even call him R. Kelly. His name is Robert.
Yeah. Robert, whatever we calling him, whoever. Jesus. I'm just saying, you know, you just will have to be specific. Like, to me, I don't feel like a 9 to 5 has to be on my list for my significant other or my partner. If he's doing something that's creative, that he's passionate about, that he like enjoys, and it generates income, then okay. It's not like a specific, you have to be at like 6 figures a year. You know what I mean? It's not that.
I think it changes too
cut dry
with age.
Yeah.
You know, once you get older and more mature, because even for me now, when I look at guys, I look at them as far as if I would want to have children with them. You know, if I would want to raise kids with this person. So I wasn't thinking about that a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I think it changes with age, and like you said, it's just who you are as a person.
So what about the approach? Like the approach that men take, because like we were just saying, like how my boy tried to shoot his shot through me somewhat, so for me to send the message.
We don't do that in 2008.
But I'm just saying, like, is the approach like, so is there a right or a wrong way to approach y'all?
Yes.
So it is?
I think so.
It is.
Okay, so let me ask specifically. If a guy, well, are you in a relationship?
I am.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna ask you.
I mean, you can still ask.
If you were single,
a baddie, I mean, you can still holla. So, come on.
That's right.
I mean,
you got a point. Okay, so all right. So if a guy DM'd you, you wasn't in a relationship, guy DM'd you, is that a cool thing?
I probably won't respond unless I know the person, just because I just feel like, you know, no, I'm not gonna respond.
Not if I'm the same. If I don't know you, like if I know you through somebody, like say for example, Fred's I'm gonna use for example, but say like Fred dropped him, like I met him through you, we was somewhere, and then he dropped in my DMs like, hey, like, you know, something, I may respond to him. But if it's somebody that I don't know, because to me that's weird, like you don't know me and you all up in my DMs.
But he could have
seen me on social media. Okay. I'm a little more old school, like all this social media type shit. Like, it's crazy to me.
Cause you act like a.
I think it's okay, just because technology has advanced so many areas of life, especially dating. Like there's online dating, internet. People meet all the time.
Oh, that shit is crazy
through Instagram.
Yeah, I don't think. Now that is weird to me. Online dating is strange to me.
Why? It's just another sector, another space.
It is. For me,
I think I haven't gotten into it.
Because I'm more of a like, I like to be around people. So me going, like, I wouldn't even know how to shoot my shot through a DM. Like, it just ain't gonna work.
Well, what if it wasn't? We can remove Instagram. And
okay, so if we was on Tinder, like, I wouldn't even know what to say. Like, it's just.
Well, you already will have your list of criteria, and based on what you see people in the profile, you swipe, whatever it is, and if you meet. The same way you would say, like, if you meet somebody in person, hey, I see your profile. You look like somebody I'd be interested in, and kind of go from there. It don't got to be like a game, shoot my shot. Like,
that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like when people say shoot my shot, I feel like you're trying to run game.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah, I can see
you
that.
Know what I
can see that.
And another thing is, I can't stand when I'm out and you send the homie to come talk to me. Like you come talk to me.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that's so too tough.
I tell my boys all that.
Yeah.
I tell my boys that all the time. Like, nah, like you gotta go
especially not at our age. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You can't walk up and come, you know, speak to me and tell me how you. That's crazy.
But believe it or not, most men don't even know how to approach y'all. Like most men don't. They don't know what to say. They don't know they don't even know how to like say hi, how you doing.
That's a personal problem.
It's a it's a big disconnect in the communication between men and women when it comes to the approach.
True. That's
like
true.
y'all can come up to a guy that y'all might semi be interested in, or might just think he handsome and can compliment him.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how to approach women and be able to be like, hey, you know what? Like, not even trying to holler at her, but like, you know what? You look nice, or like, oh, your hair look nice. We don't know how to do that.
I feel like men are I feel like women sometimes become desensitized because men are so visual, and they will compliment a million women in a day. So I'm not. If somebody says like, "Oh, how you doing?" I'm polite, but I'm not necessarily going to take their "Hey, how you doing?" or "Oh, your hair looks nice" as an advancement, because I feel like throughout the day they've probably done that multiple times. You know what I mean? They're visual. They see things and then they speak. That's how men are. They see and then react. So I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, thanks. If it's something more beyond that, then like that wasn't shooting your shot. If you really want to talk and it, want it to fester or go from there, that's one thing. But the whole, hey, your hair looks nice.
That's actually kind of basic.
Cool.
Like, that's really kind of basic. But that's what I mean, like the communication barrier, like because men just don't really know how to approach. Like unless it's just very obvious that the two of y'all might be interested, then like,
have chemistry.
Yeah, then it's easier. But most men don't know how to walk up to a woman. And
so what's your approach? How do you walk up to women? Are you in a relationship?
I don't have an approach. I'm trying to get a wife.
So what do you do?
So what do you do?
If you go to the bar
approach.
today, that's a good question.
In your journey to finding a wife,
Oh, nah, like I
sift out.
It just depends on like if okay, of course, like I'm gonna tell you for me. First thing I look at is a woman's hands, and I always say that like every woman that I meet.
No, he's serious.
No,
He
I'm
come
dead
to me
serious.
and he be like, "You ain't got no feel, girl."
I'm so serious. My grandmother and my mom was like very big on that. So the first thing I do, like I don't even like shaking women's hands. Like I actually hug them first because my grandmother told me that's rude.
To do the shake hand?
To shake
Okay.
a woman's hand. So, I'll embrace them, or if I do shake their hand, that's the first thing I'm looking at. I want to see if whether you have your nails done or not. I want to see how well manicured you are. Like, and then the second
What
thing.
if they don't have their nails done and they're just
you can be natural and you can still be manicured. Like I want to. That's what I'm looking for. That's gonna tell me
the details.
You just saying just having clean hands, like keeping your hands.
Yeah, like just being a clean woman. Then I'm looking at your shoes. Like then I'm checking out. Okay, like how is her hair? I'm looking at the details of a woman because that's gonna tell me how much you care about yourself. Because I'm not really into the looks too much. One, I'm 32 now, and second, like I can care less about. Because looks gonna fade at some point. So I need to know how much you really love yourself. That's gonna tell me how much you love yourself.
Maybe not though.
Show me.
I'm just gonna push against that idea that that somebody's hair being a certain way or somebody having their nails done or their shoes makes them love themselves more, because your idea of self-love and your idea of value might vary very much differently from mine. Mine might be I'm growing my hair out and I want to be like have my hair out, and it doesn't have to be tight at the roots. Me not having my nails done is not a symbol of my self-love. Maybe my self-love is making sure what's going on the inside is right. You feel me? Like it's a bitch can have her hair done, she can have her nails done, she can have the baddest shoes on, and she got some shit going on the inside, and she doesn't love herself.
And a lot of times that's how they cover themselves up. That's how they cover up.
I've dealt with that. But like, far as my approach, that's what I initially.
That's what you first looking at.
That's what I'm first judging off of, because like we're all
that's the
judging
first thing
from
you see before anybody opens.
But I don't really have like a set way, and then I create a conversation from there. There's a million things. Like it just depends on what the setting is, and from there the conversation I can tell from the first time I have a conversation with a girl whether I'm gonna be into her or not. More 9 out of 10, I can pretty much tell like whether it's gonna be like a friendship, somebody I could date, or hey, you just cool.
Yeah.
So when you're out looking for your wife.
Oh,
I ain't looking.
I was just bring it back. No, okay, because you did say that you was going to be a wife. We just said it.
But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put it into the universe. You're not looking for.
So, but what I want to know is when you see a woman, you see someone. How do you go and approach her? What do you do?
I just told you.
You told us how you check her out. Yeah, what do you do? Yes, if you see a woman that's attractive,
I go straight up to her. Like
what do you say to
I'm.
her? When you go up to this woman,
that's what I was just saying. It depends on the setting that we in or what she's doing, what I might be doing. Like
you guys are in the bar. We're giving you
a whole scenario.
All right, we go to the.
You in the bar. Her nails are done. Her hair's done. Her shoes are right.
I'm going to ask her what she drinking. Ask her who she here with. What she doing? Her name.
Okay, I'm here by myself. I'm drinking
Role
champagne.
play.
Oh, so you gonna she gonna really set it up.
telling
This
you.
is
Role play.
young.
Insert approach.
This is a role play.
So I'm asking. Okay. What are you drinking?
Champagne.
Okay, what champagne are you drinking? You come here
Clico.
often?
No,
Oh.
it's just one night only.
So what made you come here?
Just want to get out and dance a little bit.
What you standing over here at the bar?
Because I'm grabbing my next drink.
Okay, she quit his
That's how women are though. It's like either like,
Oh yeah.
She's so quick.
so that's your approach.
But not
It's
as
just-
usual approach. It's basic conversation.
Okay.
It's basic conversation, and then you could, read between the lines.
You're not gonna be
from
like,
there.
are you looking for a husband? Because I'm looking for a wife.
Nah, not from there. I'm like, okay, because she might be getting ready to get her drink. I might offer to pay for a drink.
Okay.
So like, okay, I ask her like,
The chivalrous approach.
Yeah,
Gentleman.
I'm a gentleman, like to the T. Like even my son,
If I'm
right?
standing at a bar.
Me on a date?
Or we decided
Whoever
we were
this
going
person
out.
is.
Yeah, whoever this person is.
Mhm.
Would the man be wrong for asking her to pay?
The full bill?
Yes, nigga.
I'm not doing
Splitting
the
it?
full bill.
Yes,
I need to
nigga.
pour me some more champagne.
If you tryna,
I mean,
I'm not. I'm just saying.
I don't
I'm
think
just,
if he-
because I'm asking because this shit just recently happened. Homie just recently told me this.
I don't
I'm like,
think he
wow,
should
this
ask
bro,
her to
blew
pay.
that.
I don't
What?
think he should ask her to pay. And if this is someone that he really is interested in and he wants to show her a good time and he wants to be
Well,
chivalrous,
it was his way of testing her to see if she wanted him.
There's
for him
no
or
test.
money.
That ain't
There's
no
no test.
fucking test. That's where the shit gets
That's
fucked
why I said it's a
up.
communication.
Everybody
barrier.
else it's talking about fuck. It's no test. If you want to be and you want to get to know this person because you think you may like this person, and you want to get to know if y'all can take it to whatever y'all. It ain't no test.
Yeah.
Do what you gonna do and do what you feel that you want to do for her. It's
Yeah.
no all this testing. It turns into games and it turns into some bullshit.
Okay, so you basically saying a man should just respond naturally to what he feels and see.
To a certain point, I'm not saying take it all the way because you still gotta see. Okay, let me see if this chick is somebody that I really want to, fuck with. But I'm saying to be sitting there like, let me see if this she gonna pass this test right quick.
How long you been in your relationship?
8 years.
Wow, really? Oh, cool.
That's fine.
It's cool.
Congratulations.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, bless
8 years.
him. Okay. Oh shoot, that's perfect. 8 years.
Uh-huh.
So me and her been asking this question. Is there like a time limit on when you know it's the right time
Time for what? Like, time for what?
to get
Like
married?
to be married.
I think it's a collective decision. I
Okay.
think like innately you'll feel like, yeah, I feel like I want to be connected to this person. If they feel like my partner and whatever that next step looks like for you guys in your partnership, because also married is different for everybody. We could be married and not be married to the state. Married is in like a commitment to one another. I'm honoring you, you honoring me, and we're going to do this until.
Because I necessarily don't think that you have to go and get married for somebody to be considered.
I feel like it's
personally.
I personally want to be married. Again, I feel like it's a decision between both my partner and I, because I feel like sometimes women will be like, I want to be married, marry me right now, and he might not be at that point yet. So it's definitely a decision for both parties to say what works for us, what makes sense for us. So
But saying like, for
You know.
example, when you said like, I want to be married, but he may not be at that point yet. For someone who wants to be married, a woman, and a guy who's not at that point, how long do you wait for him to get to that point? And do you know if he really is
Wants to
not there or he just playing a game?
So
Like,
I think if it's the person that you really feel connected to and you're ready for that next step, then if they really know you're ready, then they might try to get ready before they want to be ready in order to honor you. And I feel like when a woman is done and you're tired of waiting, if it's just the fact that you want to be married, then you'll leave and go be married to somebody else. If you connected with the person, then y'all gonna do what y'all gotta do to get to the next level. Because we feel like, oh, I want to be
I don't
married.
believe there's a time.
There isn't a time.
I think it's just when, like, only you two know when you guys should take that next step, because relationships is about growing, and there's gonna be times where I might be saying this wrong, but when you feel like you might be running out of love, you gotta find new ways to love that person.
Yeah.
So that's why I necessarily don't think that like a woman should actually be like, well, we've been together 10 years, so if you don't marry me by next year, like,
because you could be so happy traveling, growing, engaging, enjoying one another, and having the greatest time. Marriage doesn't necessarily. It's people who marry and are unhappy. So married
We
don't
talk
make
about it all the time.
don't make you like.
But that's
it's not the
too-
standard. You know what I
Because
mean?
a lot of
Like,
people feel like, oh, I need to get to this point and have this title. And once they get to that point, then they try to live out this marriage life. They try
Yeah.
to be this person, and that's not really who they are.
Right.
And I think that's what fucks up the relationship too, because now it's like, okay, I'm a wife, so now I gotta be a wife, but that's
and
not
sometimes
that's not
women
what y'all
use that
had.
to validate themselves. Like,
Exactly.
oh, bitch, but I got a ring. I'm a wife.
And I'll be like,
you know
but,
what I mean?
that.
but
It's-
you're not even happy.
yeah,
And the man
it's all
cheating,
of
y'all
that.
having these fights, like it's
It's all of that. So I don't think so. And then I was online and I seen someone who recently got married to their partner, their significant other, and they had been together for a long time. And they were just explaining that the marriage from the outside looking in is just for you to validate to people. You know, like what we got is already what we got. We just showing y'all what we got. You know what I mean? That just takes our love to the next level to y'all. Because we already been in this space. You know what I mean? So like when you put your head around it that way, I feel like it makes me feel comforted. Like and also just knowing your process. You know what I mean? Like for me, I slowed down and backed up a lot because I started putting definition on an age. Like I'm 25, I need to have this. I'm 26,
I used to do
I was
that.
there.
I used to do
now
that.
I'm 30. I should be
Yeah.
here.
I was
but
there, yeah.
the more I appreciate my own journey and not like what the end goal is, then I can appreciate where I am and how things are going to unfold for me, because my 30 doesn't look like my best friend's 30.
Right.
My 30 doesn't look like your 30.
I
You know
just
what I
told
mean?
him, I said, I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. And where you're supposed to be might not be somebody's wife right now. Maybe there's some other stuff that you're working out.
Yeah.
Right.
And you just not at that point.
Like
So
me and I think the first time we recorded, I was sitting there like, I think as of like maybe like 2 years ago, I started actually coming into being a man.
Yeah.
Like, and it was so weird for me because I was noticing the changes as far as my decision making and my thought process, and I'm like, dang, like okay, so I'm finally here. So all this time when I really, not saying I wasn't a man before, but like actually there's different levels to being a man, just like there's different levels to being a woman, and I felt like, oh shoot, like
Yeah.
I'm actually reaching that, like I'm maturing now.
Yeah.
And I wasn't before, and I thought I was, but I really wasn't.
yeah, and I think it is difficult for a woman to push a man to being in that point, like force a man into a space of being a provider, being somebody to provide provision and protection, and being like, no nigga, I'm ready, so we're ready. You know, when you do that, you really force the process a little bit, I feel, because I also see that transition and that change in my partner. When I was like, but we're 26, but we're 27, like we should be doing this, and he's like, I just, you know, we started dating so long ago, like I just need time to really get into the swing of like my feeling like I know me as a man. You know, like it's different levels of evolution.
No,
you know
it
what
really
I mean?
And I think
is.
people have to understand too that when you're in a relationship, not even understand, but remembering that we are two different individuals that's growing different.
Yeah.
Even though, and we're trying to make this one thing happen.
Yeah.
I'm growing, but who I was last year is not who I am this year, and you're not either. But we could be growing two different ways, but we're trying to make this work together.
Yeah.
And people have to remember that.
Yeah, definitely.
And that actually takes us into soul ties, because you can actually be in a long-term situation with somebody or a short-term situation with somebody and still be attached to that person based off of your dealings with that individual. Like I'm a strong believer in soul ties.
Right.
Like, and it's funny because we was just joking before you came, and she was just saying like how somebody from her past is still attached.
Yeah.
Like, and it's scary, like in a way, like it's really scary because every time you deal with somebody, like they're depositing whatever, like we don't know where they at mentally, despite what they're showing us.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know what their background is.
Yeah.
It's so much that we overlook when we're in this dating process, or I guess we infatuated with somebody for the time being.
Yeah, and it's different. It's different energies and vibrations, and sometimes we don't even know. Like with soul ties, we don't. Out of the blue, I could just be angry one day, and I don't. It could actually be something that's an energy that came from somebody else.
Right.
Right.
That's attached to me.
That's
So-
scary.
It's real scary. I was looking at the picture I showed you. It was like a picture of a woman that was cut open, and it was different faces inside of her.
Okay.
And it was scary. But I mean, if you think about it, it's like you know. And something I was thinking about earlier though was talking about soul ties, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, but soul ties doesn't always have to be a negative thing either.
T. That's why I was letting
Okay,
y'all have this.
y'all just taught me. Okay,
I was letting y'all go down the negative road. I'm like,
Go ahead, educate me.
I mean, I just think that soul ties, it doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't have to be sexual all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You can be connected to somebody's soul, like spiritually. You know how people say, like, that's my soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I feel like even soulmate doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Like, my best friend, she's like a
crazy.
soulmate to me. Like, I feel like
Everybody
No,
tells me
I
Shira is a soulmate.
I agree with you on that
Everybody
because
tells
I
me-
actually have somebody that actually I was going through a really dark time and it just seems like she just know when. Like actually came and got me. We hadn't
I
spoken.
told you that was.
She came and got me out of my house. Came and got me.
Yeah.
We hadn't spoken in months. She came and got me. She said I knew something was wrong, and prayed with me and took me out and then like took me to the beach. It was crazy. Like, but she always knows when I'm going through something.
But the
See?
same when he was talking about earlier when he said I spoke to a friend and I said I'm still tied to. Every time, so when I get into a relationship, we don't talk because it don't work. I can't talk to him while I'm in a relationship.
yeah.
But every time I'm at the point in my relationship where I'm unhappy or I no longer want to be in it or I'm like this is over, he'll call like, hey, what's going on? You alright? I promise
You don't be sending out those signals?
nothing.
She might.
Liking a couple of texting the nigga like, hey, heard this song, they all about you.
I promise.
Cause I've done that. I was sending a nigga music
I don't send nothing. Like we won't talk, and it would just be a random call. I be telling Shira, and Shira be like, "Bitch, you lying?" Cause she know who it is. I'm like, "Guess who called me?" She already know. It's like, and it's been like that since we, you know.
So then why don't y'all just be together?
Yeah. Why don't y'all just what? I want to know why it don't work.
Nigga who's listening or watching.
I mean, he don't care if I talk about it, but I don't think we're I don't know if we are made to be together like that. I don't know. I feel like
Maybe not right now.
I don't know if ever. I feel like we may just be have the type of soul ties where we're just friends. We may be soulmate as friends.
Okay.
So then why can't your soulmate soul tie come be your friend when you're in a relationship?
Because
It's not him.
So it's you.
No. It's the person I'm in the relationship with.
Feels
They
uncomfortable.
feel
with-
uncomfortable
Wait, hold
in my
on.
relationship
See,
with
we already
him.
discussed that. Hold up.
So there must
That's
be some-
that's it. That has to be an insecurity.
Do you enjoy the
I don't talk to him that often.
but when you do,
He call
this
me-
done turned to
he
a
say, "Hey,
Yama.
So do you think
The
that, do
Yama
you think
fix
you
my-
two are tied together? No, I'm through with you.
What'd you say?
We're like, so do you feel like, beloved? And turn it on with that.
Right.
I want to know.
What you asking about?
So I mean, do you feel like you guys have a soul connection?
I feel like we have a soul connection like I do with my other friends.
We ain't talking about your other.
But I'm saying, yes, it's a soul connection.
Because I'm about ready to say his name.
You
Oh,
better not
don't
say
do-
no name.
Don't do that. Don't do the call out.
Don't do that. You wouldn't
Roll
even let
call.
me talk about some other people on here. Some celebrity people. I can
No,
say.
that's how I make my money. I can't do that.
Don't
That's how I
say
make my
that.
money. Heck no, you get me in trouble. They'd be like, oh really?
No, but
Sheesh.
no, I know
Yeah.
that there's a soul tie, but not to the point to where I don't want to be with him.
Okay, so can you give me one specific reason why? I just want to know. I want to know, and then we can move on. Just one.
We have different beliefs and we look at life differently. So
Okay.
he's not someone that I don't feel like we can go
Yeah.
down the same road.
You guys
Okay.
are underlined.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to soul ties not necessarily being bad, which is good. So y'all educating me. So so you feel like there is some soul ties that you can have that can advance you in a more
Yeah.
prosperous way.
Yeah, and it doesn't always have to be sexual.
Okay.
Like your interactions with people who you feel like you in the mud with or you in the heart with, and you really feel connected to that person, and they help you grow and they encourage you. That's very much so like a soul sister, like soul sisters. Like that's my soul sister, the person I'm connected to. Like I feel like that person was sent here for me. Like we're connected, we're intertwined with one another. Then yeah, I
Okay.
do. And the person that
I
you
don't
would
think
feel like
it's
if they were
romantic.
removed, if Shara was removed from your life, you would like be sick about it. I
Right.
feel that way about Brian. Like my best friend Brian, who died a few years back. I was like, it was a like felt like somebody like ripped
Oh, I just got chills. Why you do that?
ripped my soul from me. You know what I mean?
okay,
Like,
yeah.
and he was like a soulmate to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there's never been no sexual interaction, nothing between us. That's like my nigga. So
No, I have two friends that's like that. Like, as a matter of fact, you went to school with them, but like, and it's the same thing. Like, we're just so close. Like, so people actually think it's weird. Like, oh, you guys like, nah, it's just like
some people
that's
you
my
just
dog.
connect with like that,
Yeah,
despite
like,
gender.
Yeah.
Just people assume that you have to be like this with a girl. If you know, like if you're a female, you should have female friends or woman friends, and if you're a male, you should have like close male friendships.
Yeah.
But sometimes you bond like that, and it has nothing to do with gender. It's just who you're connected with, who you're in the heart with.
Okay, second question. What would be your response to someone telling you, I love you, when you don't love them back?
What you telling me for?
Okay, no.
Damn!
Is it a friend? Is
I
it
said
like
that.
a honey?
Somebody you dating.
Oh, somebody, you didn't say that.
My bad. Somebody you dating.
I would be like, oh, look, you too. I would say because I feel like there's levels of. I don't have to be in love with you, and I have love for you.
Right.
I'm not gonna make it deep. You know how people
Be like, I just don't love you. Yeah, and I can't tell you. I don't know.
It's not that serious.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't even respond back, or I might say okay. I know me.
I
Like,
say okay.
I might say
I said
okay.
okay
I'm like, it's real hard
I'm
with that type of stuff with me. If I don't, I'll be like okay, or I might say.
If y'all
it's
to the
cool.
point where she's able to say I love you, I would think that there's been enough energy exchange though.
Not always.
Nah.
Oh well, don't do the premature love me.
Not always. It's
Like, I don't fake loving nobody, but I'll probably be like okay.
If
'Cause I
somebody
don't wanna
told me
make
like
them
I think
feel
I love you
away.
and it's only been a couple weeks, I'd be like, you know, like what makes you feel that way? Like what makes you love me?
I love you. Yeah.
I would probably
do ask
ask
those questions.
Like what makes
I
you
do.
love me? What has happened in our
Cause,
experience?
see, like, cause I've had people tell me you miss me, but you gotta tell me what you miss, cause I don't do that. I miss you.
I am a
You gotta
bitch
tell
when
me
people
what you.
tell me I miss you.
You gotta tell
And
me.
it's just some random guys that I'm talking. I don't do that.
I need to know what you miss.
I'm a
Like,
bitch. I'm like, how do you?
I
miss
like
me?
the miss you. I mean, but I mean, it's kind
I
of
like it from that's
yeah, but
different. That's different.
you got
I'm
eight
talking
years in.
about like guys that like I may have just started talking to, or we may have went on one date and it's like, oh, I miss you. I'm like, what do you miss?
Your energy.
That's my question.
Well, okay,
your energy. I miss being in your presence.
That's what I
miss
mean.
the
Like, so
energy
tell
that
me,
we- like
because if I miss somebody, I tell
That's
them.
not the response.
I tell them exactly what I miss.
you be like, oh, what you miss, huh?
No, I be like, what the fuck you miss?
No, you can't come at him. Man,
I need you to soften that up a little bit.
Because
wanna
how
be
you-
edge off.
What
wanna
the
be-
fuck you mean
you
you
wanna
miss
look.
me? I be like, we only
wanna
on a
be
date.
easy
How do
so
you miss
bad.
me?
She wanna be easy so
So then,
bad.
How the fuck do you miss me? We
You don't
did
gotta be
shit
so
together.
tough.
We
Look,
did-
I tell
But you know what? Maybe
Can you scale
sometimes
back
the
just a little
energy
bit for
that
me?
you bring to people, like if they had a great encounter with you and they don't get that all the time, they could miss the feeling that they got when they were with you. It don't gotta be like, dang,
Thank
I
you.
miss her.
You
Like,
just gave me
I
a whole
really-
new perspective.
Yeah, you know, it could be like you brought light to them in that moment, and they could be like, I miss that energy. Like, I miss her. I need to hook up with her again. Like, I miss my friends. Like, dang, girl, I need to see you.
So
I
that's
miss
what,
you.
and that's what I mean. Like,
Your friends
that's
know
what I,
you
no,
got
but
something
listen,
to miss.
but that's what I mean. You gotta explain what
but,
you miss.
Like,
Explain what you
you
miss.
know what? I don't take stuff like, so I try not to take things so, like, in the heart and so deep.
I gotta start.
And maybe it's because.
because I take that shit deep. I be like, you missed me. What the fuck
Nah.
you miss? Like,
I be-
you
I-
And that's because
I thought we
I
all
also
just
don't.
went to.
I also don't interact with people. Like if I'm really like thugging with you and we linking,
Yeah.
then it's genuine for me. Like
Right,
I'm always,
right.
you know, and,
Yeah.
and it could be different because I don't date. You know what I mean? So I'm not taking it like that. But
And you
people,
ain't dated for 8 years.
right? And when people say like I love you, or like especially with the podcast, there's people all the time who will be like, I love y'all, I love you guys, you help me so much.
That's different.
So I don't internalize it.
That's
like that.
different.
I be
Like,
like, love
business
you.
and stuff. I feel that one.
Before
You
we
know,
do
I
this
feel
third
that.
card, like I really enjoy. I've actually turned a lot of people on to your podcast. Like that shit is really
Love.
dope.
See, I was gonna say love you.
Like,
It's sweet.
nah, fuck with it. I really
Thank
fuck with
you.
it because it's like. Plus, I be
Black
trying.
girl bravado.
No, it's really no. Like I love what y'all doing. I don't know why you started doing it. I don't know how y'all started doing it, but for whatever reason, I want to thank you and I want to thank him for putting that thought in y'all head to do that because the shit is really, it's really dope.
Thanks so much.
Now,
I just got chills again.
like
Germany's
no, really,
dope,
like.
though.
Oh, thanks. You
Germany
guys are
is
so
dope. She was my
No,
boo in
don't
high
make this the
school.
thing.
Okay, anyway.
Alright, this is the third card.
Okay, I actually pulled this one. You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
Theory on phone privacy during a relationship. So
Oh.
there's 4 different points here. I can read them, but
Okay,
then y'all
read 'em.
still tell me. So A is what's privacy? Ain't no privacy. B is don't ask to see my phone and I won't ask to see yours. C is go looking for dirt, you're gonna find it. And D is we can trade phones for a day, it wouldn't bother me.
Okay, so you want to?
And we can go outside of those too, but.
So, I mean, if you feel like you gotta go through my phone, cool. You got a password. I really don't care. I'm not gonna go through your phone because I really don't care that much. Whatever done in the dark gonna come out in the light. That's how I feel. As long as whatever you're doing. Matter of fact, there's a movie called Nothing to Hide. You should watch it. It's pretty dope.
What is
On
that?
Netflix.
Little BET? Oh,
On
okay.
Netflix.
Okay.
But it's really dope. But it's about that.
Wondering,
It's
when the BET roll out?
so it's married couples. It's married couples, and everybody puts their phone in the middle. And if they get a call, text, email, they gotta answer it and read it out
okay,
loud.
cool.
So
I love
yeah, I think it's really dope. But nah, like I'm not going through yours. Like, but you got a password. Like I ain't really tripping. Like if I'm with you, I'm with you. So whatever you might have to get in it anyway. So
Yeah. I mean, I just believe in respecting people's individuality. Like, your phone has nothing to do with me. It's not that I don't want to go in it. You don't want to go through mine. If somebody calls and we together and I'm like, oh, who is that? And you tell me who, cool. And the same thing for me. But I just want to honor, like, at the end of the day, it is my phone. I could be talking to my friends about something. I could be talking to my stores about. Yeah, I could be talking to people, my mom about stuff that if we in the relationship, I might not necessarily want to. They might be telling me something private.
that's my thing because it might be something that you might be telling somebody else, like you said, that I might not necessarily be ready to see. Or
maybe
so
like
she's sharing something with me that's close to her heart, and she don't want nobody to know.
It's a private conversation.
Yeah.
And he know, but my ex had went through my phone, and it turned into this big issue for me. Now my thing was that I have friends, I have group messages, we talk about shit.
Yeah.
I understand we might take a picture of our, like, bitch, my titty look lopsided.
Yeah. Candid
And
conversations.
you're going through my phone. I wasn't doing nothing.
Funny part about this story, see, she's telling this story, but
because
it's really
I
a
can
funny
get
story.
deep into the story.
I'm like, what? There was
he got caught going through the phone. That's what made it funny. Like the alarm went off. The nigga was busted, red-handed. Like, damn,
Lord.
my nigga.
What, you had a code on it? It was like a little sneak.
First of all, I had a code on it, but my phone used to go off at midnight every night because I used to go set something. But anyway, it used to go off every night. So I was asleep. I was in the bed, sleep next to him. Turned the other way, and literally I went to bed probably like 11:30, but I fell asleep fast. My phone went off midnight. I turned around because I thought it was his phone. I'm irritated because I'm asleep. I'm like, cut that shit off. Turn around, my phone was in his hand, and he dropped it on his chest like this.
Dead.
So I looked, and I was like,
Yo.
mind you, I'm still, like, I'm
Did he use your fingerprint to get in it?
I don't know how he got it. He must have saw
He probably was like, she's asleep. He probably did it like,
I have no idea how he got it. Like,
Liam was like,
but I looked, and I was like, is that my phone? And he was in the middle of, like, a text, like a message.
So he didn't even get to close it out.
No.
Damn.
He was in a message.
So he had the I eat ass face.
I was, he looked like a little kid that just got in fucking trouble.
Yeah, he had the I eat ass face. That's for sure.
But I was was mad, and I was just irritated and disgusted because, like, I wasn't cheating. It was nothing that he was gonna find, but my point was, this is my phone, this is my privacy.
Yeah.
I put shit in here, I put notes in here, I write, I talk, I got recordings, like, this is my shit.
Yeah.
And you going through my privacy.
yeah, it's an
If you
extension
wanted
of
to know
yourself.
something, if you wanted to see something, you said, hey, can I see who you've been texting? I probably would have been like, look, and going, okay.
But
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you wanted
Yeah.
something, you could have asked instead of going through my shit.
I know his heart hit his big toe.
Man.
Like, alarm went
Oh,
off.
it was
Like,
crazy.
he was sick.
It
I
was
know
crazy.
sick,
Yeah,
man.
at that point, stomachs and
And I
ass.
got up and left and went home. And I live far. He know I was pissed because I wouldn't have drove that far at that time.
Where you drive from?
The valley.
Damn, Matt Barnes.
What?
That's crazy. Yeah, she on her Matt Barnes.
Oh, I'm like, that. What?
Yeah, not Matt Barnes. She got that text that Derek Fisher was at.
Oh, okay, I get it. Bring it back around. Bring it back around.
I'm like, damn, she was the Matt Barnes.
Don't wait up, where I'm at is where I be, and where I be is where I'm at. Don't worry about my whereabouts, cause I don't really care about the drama I aired out. Then come home and wear it out. My ring, I don't wear it out. That kind of shit be pissing her off.